All right, prisoner 696. For 3 counts of theft, here's your punishment. My grandmother ordered way too much furniture from IKEA, and I'm gonna need you to put it all together.
Are you just charging me that to get out of doing it yourself?
Nope, absolutely not.
Well, are the directions straightforward?
The pictures don't make sense, and all you get is an Allen wrench. Happy holidays. Prisoner 969. For theft and assaulting a police officer, and wow, you've done a lot of shit.
I have, yeah.
And sexual harassment on 3 counts, you have to stay at the sketchy Holiday Inn for 2 years, and if you miss a single complimentary breakfast, we take your kids.
But they always end so early.
Enjoy your stay, sir. Prisoner 69669969. You guys couldn't pick any of the numbers? Okay. For murder to the 1st degree, you're sentenced to going through airport security 1,000 times for every 1 person you've killed.
Do I get TSA pre-check?
No.
That's a little harsh, don't you think?
You shouldn't have killed all those people.
Yeah, that's a good point. I probably shouldn't have done that.
And lastly, prisoner 7. For terrorism and treason. Ooh, scary. All you gotta do is file my taxes.
Yeah, you can just kill me now, please.
Alright, for the distribution of illegal substances, here's your punishment. You will be automatically logged out of all your online accounts and will have to manually relog back in every single time.
Can I use autofill for my passwords?
Either remember them or reset them. Stop doing drugs. Prisoner 42069. For armed assault and sexual assault, wow, you're going to hell, you have to pay with cash everywhere you go from now until the end of time.
But cashiers hate that.
Now they're gonna hate you. Good luck out there.
But what do I do with all the quarters?
Find a fucking Coinstar. I don't give a shit. Prisoner 696.
420.
For embezzlement and bank fraud, you have to get a new license at the DMV once a week for 5 years, and the required paperwork changes every single time.
Will they save my spot in line if I have to leave and come back?
No. When has the DMV ever done that?
True. That is kind of harsh, though.
You robbed the U.S. Treasury.
Pretty impressive, though, am I right?
Not bad. Get him out of here. Lastly, prisoner 9. For arson and crimes against humanity. Wow, look at you. All you have to do is help me move. And he shot himself.
Prisoner 0001. For armed robbery of a federal bank, here's your punishment. You have to use an Uber every time you want to travel and engage in small talk with the driver for the entire duration of the trip. What? But I'm an introvert. I don't have the energy for that. Well, you had the energy to steal from America, so you have the energy to hear about Tom's stupid dreams on the way to Walmart. Next. Prisoner 0000, probably could have shaved off some of these zeros. 002. For committing a triple homicide, you have to go through the entire job application process for 700 high-skilled jobs. Does that include those easy apply jobs on LinkedIn? Nope, they're the ones where you have to re-answer the same questions about your job history that are already answered in your resume. Well, do I at least get any of the jobs that I apply for? You'll get to the final interview round for every job, only to find out that they weren't hiring anybody to begin with. Plus, you're a murderer, so you're pretty much unemployable. Next, prisoner 0000. Alright, I'm not reading that. Number 3, get your ass up here. For committing also a triple homicide. Wow, you too, huh? Yeah, triple homicides are in these days. Yeah, that's a horrible trend to jump on. So for your punishment, you have to step on a Lego every time you get out of bed and also every time you get in bed. What? But how am I supposed to go to sleep after that? How are you supposed to sleep after committing a triple homicide? I actually got over that pretty quickly. Well, that's because you're a f***ing psychopath. Get him out of here. And lastly, prisoner 4 with 7 god zeros right before it. For first-degree murder and vehicular manslaughter, wow, somebody couldn't wait till GTA 6. Your punishment will be to go to prison. Oh, okay, well, that's not too bad then. As an underpaid 9-to-5 employee. Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty inconvenient, actually. Prisoner 6969. For distributing illegal firearms, here's your punishment. You have to leave and buy a new roll of toilet paper at the store every single time you have to take a shit. Well, can I at least buy it ahead of time so I'm not clenching my way down the grocery aisles? No, sir, you may not. What? But that's almost criminal. Well, so are you, so I suggest you steer clear of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Next. Prisoner 6969. Someone thinks they're f***ing hilarious. For distributing firearms and ballistic missiles, your punishment is every time you order food from a drive-thru, you can't start eating out of the bag until you get back to your house. But that's when the food tastes the best. Well, you better drive quickly or that shit's going in the microwave. Somebody get this guy out of here. Prisoner 007 420 69. So stupid. For distributing firearms, ballistic missiles, and weapons of mass destruction, starting to notice a little bit of a trend here. You have to do CrossFit 5 days a week, and you're not allowed to talk to anyone about it or ever bring it up. What? But how else are people supposed to know about it? They're not. That's the beauty of it. Enjoy doing burpees in the middle of traffic. Prisoner 420 69 420. I'm just gonna start pointing. This is ridiculous. For distributing illegal firearms, because why the hell not? You have to iron your clothes every time you put something on and untie a super tight knot every time you wear shoes. Wait, but sir, it's so much easier to just throw it all in the dryer. You know what's even easier? Not selling lethal weapons on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. I really like selling lethal weapons on Facebook Marketplace. And I hope you like taking 30 minutes to get ready. Get the hell out of my face. Alright, prisoner 1. For a triple homicide, you have to download the app and create an account every single time you make an online purchase. Wait, what? Okay, well, can I at least opt out of email newsletters? Nope, you'll be opting in for email newsletters as well as text push notifications so you never miss another good deal. Happy shopping. Prisoner 11, for robbing a children's hospital. How do you rob a children's hospital? Anyways, your punishment is you are no longer allowed to use grocery bags every single time you make a food run. What? Do you know how many trips I'm gonna have to make to get all that in my house? Do you know how many I give? Not even a single one. Get the hell out of my face, please. Prisoner 696699. Guys, come on. We were doing so well. For kidnapping a family of 9. Wow, you did that all on your own? I did, yeah. Your punishment is you have to go inside and talk to the cashier every single time you fill up your gas tank. But I'm an introvert. I'm way too shy to do all that. No, you're not. Introverts don't kidnap 9 people at the same time. True, yeah. I might just be a psychopath then. You're definitely a psychopath. Next prisoner, come on in. And lastly, for burning down a homeless shelter. Wow, somebody's a piece of shit. All you gotta do is help me connect my printer to my laptop. Nah, I think I'll just take the death penalty. I'm ready. Prisoner 420. For theft and grand arson, your punishment is some guy will turn your ceiling light on immediately after you get tucked in and ready for bed every night. Is he gonna turn it off at some point, or? No, he will not. Well, that's kind of annoying. And so is this conversation. Next, for hacking the Pentagon and releasing military secrets, it's actually pretty impressive, you have to watch the entire intro to every TV show or anime that you watch, every single episode. What? Do you know how much time that's gonna cost me? You wanna make that the outro as well? Didn't think so. Get out of my courtroom, please. F me. No, thank you. Next. For 5 counts of murder, your punishment is every show you watch must be consumed as the show airs once every single week to the general public. Okay, well, what about all the shows that are already fully released? 1 episode a week is how you'll be consuming them, sir. But I just started Lost last week. That's gonna take years to finish. Aw, I killed 5 innocent people and now I can't watch Lost faster. Shut the f up and get out of my courtroom. Prisoner 911. Wow, so we're doing that now? Alright. For first-degree murder, your punishment is you have to... Wait. Okay, before you finish that sentence, I'll do anything you want me to do, just please do not let it revolve around watching television. You have to undergo the severance procedure. Oh, alright, that doesn't sound too bad. But only for every time you watch TV shows or anime. God! Thanks for coming in today, everyone, and sucks to motherfucking suck. Alright, another day in court is another day away from my wife. First prisoner, come on in, please. For first-degree manslaughter, here's your punishment. Every time you answer a phone call has to be via FaceTime, and every time you text will be via formally written email. What? But those are like my 2 least favorite ways to communicate. Well, the good news is you're a murderer, so no one's gonna want to talk to you anyways. Next prisoner, come on in. For burning down a Popeyes, he made a lot of enemies with that one. Your punishment is every anime you watch, you have to watch all the filler episodes without skipping, and can't start a new anime until each one is finished. The f. And because you burned down the only Popeyes in a 5-mile radius, you'll be starting with One Piece and Naruto to kick things off. I hope you enjoy yourself. Next, for stealing an aircraft out of Area 51, how do you even do that? Your punishment is that you will no longer be allowed to own a fridge. What? I don't know, it just says here that you don't get to have a fridge. Or a freezer. Bye, I guess. Hurry up or your food's gonna go bad. And last, and definitely the least, for armed robbery of a sperm bank, not sure what the motivation was behind that, you have to live with a roommate for the rest of your life. Oh, f***. Well, does he at least clean up after himself? He never does his dishes, and his girlfriend is always at the house. Well, is she at least hot? Not even a little bit. God! Sucks to f***ing suck, and thanks for coming out, everyone. Alright, I just found out my stove's still on, so let's knock this out before I lose everything. First prisoner, come on in. For stealing a police car and running it through a Bed Bath & Beyond, I would love to know what the point was behind that. Your punishment is that you have to wait until the release of GTA 7 before you can play the new GTA 6. Well, you're kidding, right? Nope, the only joke here is you today, sir. But I'm gonna be like 80 years old by then. I can't wait that long. Well, you just stole a police car, so it sounds like you couldn't wait till GTA 6 either. Get the hell out of my face. For committing a crypto scam. Oh, so you're one of those assholes, huh? Your punishment is, whenever you ride an elevator, you have to share it with a stranger every single time. Alright, then I'll just use the stairs like I always do. Nope, elevators will be the only way you travel now. Wait, what? But those are always so awkward. What if people try to talk to me? I don't know, maybe tell them about your favorite crypto coin. I bet they'd love to hear about it. Next prisoner, come on in. For getting divorced, not really a crime, but these days might as well be, your punishment is every show or movie that you watch must only be done via the Hulu with ads version. And side note, the ads still suck and they play the same ones over and over again. Well, how long are the ad breaks? Like 30 seconds? No, I'm pretty sure they're more like 2 to 3 minutes now. What? I can't do that. That's way too long. First of all, that's what she said, and second of all, go f yourself. Next. And lastly, for credit card fraud, identity fraud, bank fraud, and tax fraud. Wow, did you do anything else? Your punishment is that you have to take care of a kid. Wait, what do you mean? Like I just have to babysit him, or? Nope, you just have custody of someone's kid now. He's yours. He's part of your household. Well, is he profitable at least? Nope, he's a pretty big leech actually. And also 2 years old. Well, I hope you guys have an electric chair, because I'm not doing that. First prisoner, come on in. Oh, thank you. Did you put whiskey in it like I asked? Alright, for armed robbery of an ice cream truck, did you really need a gun to do that? Your punishment is, every time you go to a drive-thru, you have to go inside and order every single time, and you have to eat inside the restaurant. What? But I love going through drive-thrus. I know, I can tell by just looking at you. Well, can I at least eat in my car? The inside of fast food places are always so depressing. Well, so is the inside of my house, and my wife insists that we stay married for some reason. Next prisoner, come on in. For armed robbery of a lemonade stand, what was that payout, like 25 cents? Your punishment is, all your phone and laptop chargers will only work when held at a very specific angle with very little room for error. What? Are you serious? Do you know how annoying that's gonna be? Yep. I hope you enjoy getting charged. Get it? Charged? That was a courtroom joke. I literally just came up with it. Alright, guards, get this guy out of here, please. Oh, Alright, there's definitely not whiskey in here. For armed robbery of a Chuck E. Cheese, how about you guys just rob a bank, like an adult? Your punishment is that every morning, all of your phone apps will randomly show up in a different location on your home screen from now until the end of time. What? But my apps have been in the same place for years. That's gonna annoy the shit out of me. You know, it's funny you guys argue with me knowing full well that I don't give an actual f***. Get the hell out of my face, please. And last and probably the least, for committing a hate crime and armed robbery of a school bus. Yeah, I'm so over this bullshit. Your punishment is that from here on out, every single word that you type will be autocorrected into a racial slur. Wait, why aren't you upset? Oh, the hate crime, that's right. Yeah, you probably use those all the time anyways. Alright, sorry I'm late. I was the judge of my own divorce hearing, and I somehow still lost everything. So, if you're thinking about getting married, stop thinking about it. Alright, for indecent exposure at Target, that's a pretty weird place to do all that. Your punishment is, every time you use toilet paper, it will now tear diagonally and will no longer be pre-cut like it normally is. Okay, then I'll just use scissors then. Nope, you can only use your hands, and the same thing applies to paper towels as well. Is prison still an option? No, it is not. Next! For indecent exposure at the Starbucks inside of Target. Are you guys doing this like together or back to back? Like what's going on here? Your punishment is that from now on you'll be using an unregulated shower that either gets way too hot or way too cold with zero in between. Wait, what? Don't you think that's a little harsh? Look man, I don't make the rules, okay? Well, yeah you do, you're the judge. I know, I'm just with you. Enjoy your new shower, bud. Alright, for indecent oh my god. For indecent exposure in the parking lot outside of Target. Wow, you couldn't even make it inside this time, huh? Your punishment is you have to relog back into every streaming app that you have every single time that you want to use one. What? Okay, then can I use the quick login using the QR code? Nope, you'll have to use the stupid goddamn TV remote to inefficiently type in all your shit. You better memorize those passwords. Last prisoner, come on in. For shoplifting and indecent exposure in your car on the way to your local Target. Why even put the destination? We all know where he's going. Your punishment is everything you eat from now on has to be cooked via oven only. What? So no microwave, no air fryer? Yep, that's what oven only means. What about DoorDash? If you use DoorDash, you're going to prison. You'd rather go to prison? I'd rather go to prison, yeah. Just take me away whenever you're ready.